Hi, my name is Noah. I'm a fourth year computer science at Tech. Recently, I've been attending CodePath Advanced Web Development, where I gain a very deep understanding about the web. And in the upcoming spring, I would love to have a chance to help other students to understand about the web as well. So for the first prompt, in a situation where a student asks a question and I don't have the answer to, I would approach them with honesty and I would say that it's a great question. I don't have the answer on top of my head right now, but let's explore it together. I can reference the course portal, the instructor slide for more information. Additionally, if anyone has any thoughts or ideas about the topic, feel free to share because we're all here to learn and collaborate. I think this approach not only maintains transparency, but also reinforces the collaborative learning environment. And for the second prompt, I know that engaging a group of silent participants can be challenging, especially in a virtual environment. So here are a couple of things I would do to encourage engagement. So the first thing I would do when the lab starts is that I can start with some personal check-in. I can ask their how the day are. I can ask them any interesting or challenging they have encountered in today's material, or simply I can ask them what they had for breakfast. And during the lab, I can ask direct questions using the names like Alice, what are your thoughts on the concept? Or John, how did you approach this problem? Additionally, I can use interactive tools like Zoom Whiteboard because I noticed that students will understand the problem better if they can visualize it. And during the lab, I would encourage camera use if they are comfortable, and because I find that students would be more encouraged to participate if they can see other student faces. And at the end of the lab, I can ask students for their feedbacks about the section pacing and content. Is there anything that they would like to add or focus more? And how do you find the breakout section so far? And one more thing I would do to help to them to encourage engagement is that I would acknowledge their participation. So every time a student answered the question correctly, I would congratulate them and I also thank you them for their input. So I think that combining this strategy, I would able to create a safe, interactive environments where students feel their input is valued and important. And for the technical prompt answer, I know that Flexbot can be tricky when trying to understand properties like justified content or align items. So here are two ways I would do to help them better distinguish these two properties. So the first thing I would do is I would use a visual representation. So on the internet, there's something called the CSS playground. Using it, I can create a simple project and I would create a container with flex items. I would then change the property of those items from justified content to allies item. From there, the student would see the changes in real time and it would help the student to better understand the properties. The second thing I would do is that I can use analogies. So I can ask the students to visualize them and their friends inside the room. And justified contents and align items are how they would position themselves inside the room. Justified content is how they would position themselves horizontally within the room, and allied item is how they would position themselves vertically within the room. So these are the two ways I think that would help the student to better distinguish these two properties of Flexbot. So here are my answer for the TechFollow Spring 2024 application. Thank you for listening.